Oh. Well, that's not a good reflection, is it? I said I did a good job, but it doesn't look like a good job. By the way, I ain't no financial advisor. I do not have any kids. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. So this week is a super sweet one where I sit you guys down and go through my manga expenditure of 2023. Literally 2023 was absolutely wild. I remember like near the beginning I was like, I'm gonna only buy manga on a bargain deal. Then it got to a point where I was like,
right, we're gonna put this all on a lockdown pause.
Ain't gonna buy any manga anymore. Everything's so expensive now. Like, can you imagine when I started collecting manga was only like £6.99 per Viz volume. I know it used to be even cheaper back in the day, but now it's £8.99. On top, 7 Seas, like some of the 7 Seas volumes are going around like £14.99 per volume, which crazy. I think like Dinosaur Sanctuary, don't have it with me here, have it on my other shelf. But anyway, this video, I'm gonna be very honest, guys. Like, I'm basically airing out my dirty laundry online. I know, I don't know what I'm doing to myself, but the other day I went through all my bank statements and I collected all the data of how much I spent each month from each shop, and I'm going to total it up and show you guys the total amount I spent last year and compare it to how much I managed to save by being on a buying ban for more than 6 months, which by now I have reached my saving goal, which I am so happy. But yeah, the main reason of me going on a buying ban is that I'm planning to move out, okay? I am ready. I'm sick of living in the family home. Actually, I'm not sick of it. I love my family to bits, but I'm ready to have my independence back, okay? Like 2023 was so wild. I remember I picked up so much manga in such a short space of time as well. Like everything was on a bargain. Like when Sci-Fi came about, I just went ham on it, okay? I did 2 fat orders and I was like, right, that's me done for the year. But yeah, I remember like my birthday haul, I picked up 100 volumes. Then after that I picked up around like 70 volumes on top. Like, it was crazy. My manga spreadsheet was just going up, like but yeah, I haven't updated it. Not gonna lie as well, I have so many duplicates by accident, which I really need to do like a giveaway or just share some love to you guys, you know. Some of the manga that has been sitting in my collection for a while that I haven't touched, I really need to read, and when I do get about to reading it and I don't like it, most likely I'm just going to sell it or give it away, but that's another story for another day. Before we get into nitty gritty, please give this video a like, comment, subscribe, you know the drill, click on the bell. Feel free to use my affiliate links down below for Amazon, Blackwells and Sci-Fi and Forbidden Planet. I do have some discount codes down below as well. Feel free to use, you know, save all the money that you can get. We have a 5% discount code with Sci-Fi, which is Himaka, and also a 5% discount code on Books Please, which you can buy manga, books and comics. Literally, I buy a lot from Books Please. I haven't done it in a while, but one of my favorite stores that came about before Sci-Fi, and yeah, I have a coupon code with that, which is Himaka5. I am not ready to show you guys how much I spent. To be honest, this might be not a lot of money to you guys, and for some of you guys this is like, oh my god, how can you spend so much money? Literally, I can come up with a billion of excuses of why I have so much manga, like one, me being a hoarder and that, but to be honest, the main reason is that I would love to collect and pass down my collection to the next generation and next generation, so forth. Well, that really depends if I have any offsprings and that, but we shall see. We don't know what the future holds, you know. Tomorrow I might drop dead, we don't know, and we don't know where this goes. Anyway, oh, was that a bit too dark? By the way, I ain't no financial advisor. I do not have any kids. I do not have any major bills to pay, okay? So basically, most of my salary just goes towards food, travel to work. Travel to work is a pain in the bum because that is basically one of my big expenditures. Like, why does train cost so much in the UK? Like, why am I paying like nearly 20 to 30 quid per day just to go to work? Just not worth it. Anyway, yeah, other than that, all the rest of my money goes towards paying allowance to the house, all of my little bills and that stuff, but no major bills at the moment, thank god. So the rest went all to manga expenditure, okay? So
If you do want to judge,
that is basically the main reasoning of how I managed to spend so much that I spent. But like I said, maybe to you guys is only a little bit of money. Maybe to some of you guys that's like, damn girl, you could buy a car with that money. Okay, still recording. Man, technical difficulty. This is not easy. Like the last time I've done a sat down video where I shared my screen on my spreadsheet was back in 2020, I think, or 2021. So it's been a while. I am rusty, okay? So as you can see, I split down my spreadsheet by the shop. So these are the main places where I buy manga. So I buy my manga from Traveling Man. Mostly when I'm on Traveling Man, I normally pick it up online rather than in store, as there's nothing near me that is Traveling Man. Like the only time I can get to Traveling Man is when I'm meeting up with Caitlin, or I'm going up to Leeds for another reason, which there's no other reason. I'm only going up north to see Caitlin, if I'm honest. The next place I go is Books Please, which I mentioned. If you buy any books there, you can get 5% off using Himika 5. So Books Please was one of my main places that I bought manga, mostly for during 2020 to 2021, 22. Like 2023, it died down a bit. Blackwell's is basically just a normal typical bookstore that we have in the UK, but I normally buy online from them, as in store they normally just sell like university books, as they normally have like really small shops. So the next shop that I bought lots of manga from was Forbidden Planet, and this is a mixture of Forbidden Planet International, Forbidden Planet shop as in the mega store in the UK, and also Forbidden Planet online. I think most of last year was online, as I think that's when we discovered like, oh, they do shipping for £1.99. I know, not £1.99. I think it's £5.99. And back then the deals were good. So yeah, I did quite a few big orders with Forbidden Planet online. And then Sci-Fi came about near, I think, July time when I bought manga. I think the site actually launched around May or June time, but during then I was on my holiday in Asia. The next shop is World of Books, and if you haven't joined our Discord already, the dudettes, literally all the links are down below to join our Discord. Basically, this was going wild on our Discord, as we were sharing coupon codes, and I think here like these orders like combined together, I was meant to spend £200, but ended up spending half of it basically, and it was sick. It was so sick. World of Books back then with the coupon codes was so wild. It was literally the best era as well. If you were part of our Discord around this time of the year last year, like it was so fun. And the next place is Amazon, which I picked up like just only 2 volumes on an odd one. So from the looks of it, you can tell from the beginning of last year, from Jan to June, like the first half of the year, I was doing pretty much a good job, I'll say. Like there was some months that I went over, which you clearly can see in March, like £544.90. What was going through my head? I think here was when I did a huge order with Forbidden Planet. And then Books Please, I think I saw loads of good deals. Like March, what was going on with Books Please? Because there was no discount. Oh, actually, I think Books Please, there used to be a discount code for 10 for me, which was a 10% discount if you bought more than 2 books from them. My memory is a bit fuzzy, but I think, yeah, when you buy more than 2 books on Books Please, you can get a 10% discount. And I think I saw quite a few volumes around like £7.99 range, and I was like, right, snag it now before everyone takes it basically. And that's when I did a big order. I think I did do a haul. Don't know if I shared it. If I have, I'll add it into the cards. If you look at how much I spent on manga, it doesn't really reflect on how many hauls I've done on YouTube, as I film loads of videos, but it's all on the backlog, and I don't think I'm gonna ever upload them. I think I'm just gonna start uploading the current me, as those videos are so dated. Although those like hauls are juicy, I think back then as well I was going through a hard time, and it really just shows on camera, so I don't feel comfortable in editing and then posting that after. I'll see. There's quite a lot of juicy hauls that I love, not gonna lie, but yeah, I don't think I'm ready to go through them and edit them. But yeah, Books Please, yeah, I just went wild on this one. Blackwell's, this I think was when I started buying less, like from Blackwell's in 2023, as there was so many other shops that I can buy from. I didn't know if I did it in 2023, but I definitely did it in 2022, where I took advantage of the Black Friday sales that they do on Traveling Man. So I definitely picked up a lot of manga on Traveling Man in November, so hence I bought less in these months in a way, so it was way under budget. This was a cheeky deal, man. I think my order went up to like £107, but then we got it down to £41.52, which amazing. Literally, I think you would have saw in one of my World of Books hauls. I did do another World of Books haul, but like I said, it's in a backlog. This order, £12.99. This was stupid, okay? I bought this. I don't have it with me right now. I have it in one of the boxes at the back. Bought Prince in His Dark Days, Volume 4 for £12.99, which should not cost for £12.99. It's an old volume. It should be like max £9.99, £10.99, but it is what it is. Paid for that price, which isn't too bad to be honest, as it is now out of print. But yeah, March was, it was a crazy month, okay? And then April came about. Still under budget, which is really good. I think with Forbidden Planet, there's a reason why it's very consistent that I spent money each month, is because they only shipped when they had stock. So I think April they had a bit more stock, so they could ship the rest of my order. So I think this was one fat order that I did, or maybe two, and then it got split by shipping basically whenever volumes were available. On to May, I think I did another big order on Forbidden Planet, hence the cost. And then also there was some good deals for £52.01 on World of Books, so that was good. With June, I was a good girl, but to be honest, I think I didn't even buy any manga. I think this is the rest of the volumes that was available, ready to be shipped out by Forbidden Planet. So it's either that or I went in store and I picked up some volumes. One of those. I'll say first half, I did a good job. Let's do a little sum of how much I spent on this. Oh. Well, that's not a good reflection, is it? I said I did a good job, but it doesn't look like a good job. So for the first 6 months, I spent about £1,246.13. To be honest, this is as accurate I can get with the data as I went through all my bank statements, but I feel like I may have missed some odd few expenditures, but it is what it is. We're dealing with this, so I'm just gonna equal this and divide it by 6 just to get an average. So average, I spent £207.68 per month, which isn't too bad as my budget was £300 a month, so it is under budget, but still it is quite a lot of money to spend in a month. This is basically bills. Like, this is basically someone's, I don't know, council tax bill, water bill and that stuff. But yeah, that is the first half of the month. I'm gonna hide these tabs now. The next half of the year was absolutely wild. You can see where the sci-fi orders came through. Like, I did 3 fat orders, which, what am I even thinking back then? But to be honest, I was buying lots of manga for a good price, so in the long run I do save money. And then August, didn't spend too much as I knew I spent so much already on sci-fi. July is where I discovered sci-fi, as like I said, May and June I was on holiday, enjoyed my life and that, and then boom, July hit. This one was a tough one financially. I only had about £150 in my bank account, as like I said, I came back from my holiday, still was waiting for my paycheck, and I made a big order on Sci-Fi. And what I did was I did a pay and free for this one, so I split it out in 3 months. So I basically rinsed out my bank account just so that I can do this order, which was wild. I can't believe I did that. Like future me now just thinks it's crazy, but back then I was like, at this point I was so ready to buy manga, but also didn't have the money, and I also wanted to create a credit card account so that I had more debt to pay. Like, it was so dumb, if I'm honest. I'm glad it's something that I went over, and I did it in 3 months, and by the time each paycheck came, it just went straight through to pay off this Sci-Fi order. Yeah, I think I paid this until September, and once I paid off that Sci-Fi order, I was like, yeah, do another pay and free again. And I think this time round, I think either pay and free disappeared and I had a credit card by then, and I did this on credit card. Like, another dumb decision, but at the end of the day, I did pay this off by the next month anyway, by my paycheck when it came through. But it was, yeah, this is crazy. Like, £812, 73. Thinking back now, July is my birthday month, so I think I just went crazy, and yeah, that's how I did the 100 volumes. Okay, this is the cost of 100 volumes from Sci-Fi back then. Don't think you can do it now because the discount code is not that great. So with August, I think this is when we did the Dudettes Discord meetup. So we all went up to Leeds, and I only bought a little bit of manga, so I only spent £16.08. Hopefully later on this year we'll do another Discord meetup, so keep your eyes peeled. And then I spent £31.20 in Forbidden Planet. So yeah, I think these two were from the Leeds trip. So I didn't buy any manga online, just only physically. In September, I paid off my pay in free, so I did another fat order of Sci-Fi. Like, when will I learn from this, you know? I spent £397.41, which isn't too bad. This is like not half of this, but it's not bad. I'll say it's not bad, yeah. I spent £18.17 in Planet, so I think this was either some volumes came back in stock and it started shipping out, and then Blackwell's, I managed to get a volume for £4.99, which was a bargain. Don't know what volume though. I completely forgot. My brain is so fuzzy. But yeah, I spent £420.57 in September, and then October came about, was really good as well. I think this is when the stocks came about and then it shipped. So yeah, because these numbers are quite odd, because I don't think I'll spend that in store, but it's normally 3 for 2, £7.99 back then, times by 2. I think the thought of me going to buy and ban really came about in November, because I did one more final big order from Sci-Fi, and I was like, yeah, no more manga. But then December hit, and I was like, actually I need to do one more order, okay? And I think this is when I picked up that Invincible volume for my partner. So this is when I did my final haul where I said I am gonna buy and ban, and yeah, spent £128.89. So if we equal this, we sum it and see how much I spent in the latter part of the year. I spent nearly 2k. If we total how much I spent from each shop, with Travelling Man, I spent £80.28, which is really good in my opinion. And then Books Please, we spent £178. Next fourth is, I think, Blackwell's. Yep. Blackwell's, only £68.85, not bad. And then on to Forbidden Planet. I think Forbidden Planet I spent quite a bit. Yes, Forbidden Planet, damn, I spent a whole 1k on this. More than 1k. Yeah, that was wild. Like I said, I did some big orders with Forbidden Planet. And then Sci-Fi, that's the whopping one. That's, oh, okay. I thought this was nearly 2k. Okay, I only spent 1,650. So it's only a bit more than Forbidden Planet. With World of Books, this was one of the biggest wins, as I think if you did it with retail price, but to be honest, with World of Books, they are second-hand manga. Some of them are brand new, but if I were to buy it from other places, it would have cost me around, like, max, I think, £300 to £400. So definitely saved a lot by buying it on secondhand. So next thing, Amazon, only £20.45, so not too bad. So the whole year I spent a whopping £3,000 and £178.98. Not gonna lie, to me that is quite a lot. Can't believe I spent that much. Eek. But it is what it is. So that's how much I spent in 2023. And then I am going to open these hidden tabs, I think. So on average per month I spent with this total, the total divided by 12, each month I basically spent £264 if we spread it out throughout the year, which is not too bad. Like I said, my budget was £300 per month, so 300 times 12, £3,600 for the year. So yeah, I was under budget, but still is not great. I think £300 budget to buy manga is quite a lot. Like, I think now if I were to buy manga, I think I can't even spend £100 a month. I think £100 is quite a lot. I think I'll go down to even £50 a month, which is wild from seeing how much I spend each month of 2023. By the way, I ain't no financial advisor, but this is basically what I've done with my money instead of buying manga. So yeah, with my personal bank that I use, I opened up a savings account where it automatically takes money from my current account into my savings account, and I think the max you can do is 250 that I have. So I basically put £250 in a high interest savings account, and by the end of 12 months I'm basically able to save £3,000 on top of interest, which is £120. So depending on your bank interest rate, currently is going up and down. Like, I think last year though it was like really high, it went up to even 5%. So let's say if I did 5%, I'll just do equals times 1.05. If I had £3,000 already sit in the bank and I put it into a fixed savings account that's 5%, that means it's not going to go up, it's not going to go down, it's just £3,000. By the end of that 12-month period, I'll earn £150 interest. So yeah, basically that. So yeah, I am pretty chuffed, not gonna lie. I'll say, let me just do this quickly, equals 250 times 6. So within, I'm already in the month of July, so it's been December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Within 8 months, I've already been able to save £2,000, which is amazing. However, there is a but. If you haven't seen already, recently I have gone into a new hobby, which is collecting figures, and that's been blowing the budget, not gonna lie. I haven't spent yet, as a lot of them are pre-orders, but by the end of December I think my total of Ami orders is around 1.5k. So really I only saved 1.5k in total within a year if I've been saving and haven't bought anything. If I take away 1.5k from this current day, that means I only saved £500 from 8 months of being in a buy and ban. So it has been going good, but it hasn't been going good because I've gotten into another hobby. However, if you remember, I did say I put £250 as my expenditure for this year. So before I had a £300 budget. So that means the rest of the money that I have left over from my salary, from all my food, my other expenditure that I need to do with my bills and that stuff, the rest went into a savings account, and that's helping me to move out. So this is just one side of my budget, and to me, I'm pretty proud of myself actually. I've done really well. I hit my savings goal. I've just gotten into a new hobby whilst I'm on my ban, but it is what it is. I think, to be honest, being on a buy and ban has helped me reflect on like my whole collecting journey, as I'm a hoarder. I don't really read my manga anymore, as I'm a slow reader, I'm a mood reader as well. It really doesn't help, to be honest. And really last year I just kept on buying manga for the sake of buying manga. Just looking back over the years of my manga collecting journey, I think starting my YouTube really spiraled into another thing where I started picking up loads of volumes like that I don't even know about, because when I started this collecting journey I only picked up like volumes I already read and I loved. But now, like, if you look at my collection, there's so much that I haven't read, and I'm just going to show you my manga list and how much I have in my collection. So this is not really entirely accurate, as I have loads of duplicates in my collection and I have not updated the spreadsheet properly. Total physical volumes I have in my collection, I have about 1,839 volumes. And then if you including omnibuses, like the actual volumes itself, that means I have 1,950 volumes that I own. Looking at this, I've broke down my manga collection by how much I've read and how many series I'm reading and also yet to read. So this red part is how many series that I've finished, like completed in reading. So I only completed reading only 21% of my collection. That is wild. I'm pretty sure people have finished reading more than half of their collection, but yeah, only 21%. And then I only read 27% of my collection so far. So this reading includes series that is still ongoing, that I've been reading volume by volume, or series that I read halfway but somehow I haven't finished reading. So yeah, only 27% of that. And then 51% of my collection I've yet to read still. So yeah, that is a lot. I need to get my reading game going. Hopefully by the end of this year we can get this percentage to go down, as I did set my reading goal on Goodreads to read 300 volumes. So far I only read about 50 volumes. I'm literally 100 volumes behind on schedule, so maybe I'll get the energy one of these months to read like 100 volumes in a month. Maybe. Fingers crossed. To be honest, we do have quite a lot of challenges going on our Discord right now, which really helps motivate me to read. That is basically it of my breakdown of how much I spent in 2023 on buying manga, how much I'm able to save. And yeah, it's been crazy. I'm really proud of myself. If I didn't get into Ami Ami, I definitely would have saved even more. But like I said, I already met some of my saving goals that is out of this budget that I'm showing you guys. This is only the manga side, so I am very happy, to be honest. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully with this video might have motivated you to go on a buying ban as well, or maybe even track how much you spent in each month from each shop as well, because not gonna lie, it's very interesting to see where my money goes. That is it from me. Hope you guys have a lovely day, lovely week, and I'll see you next time on a Sunday. Okay, see ya, bye.